Hi guys, I'm Megan Graham, and today I want to talk to you about a little beauty tip, a little bit of a beauty hack that completely changed my life. What I wanted to talk to you about today is how I stopped yo-yo dieting. I'm usually just talking about beauty, but there's a lot of other things that I specialize in. I'm actually a bikini pro with the WBFF Federation, and I've been an athlete since I can remember. So in my 20s, I had a real problem with yo-yo dieting. And I think that people usually look at me and they think, no, you've always been tiny. It's so easy for you. Being thin comes naturally. I am here to tell you that it doesn't. And so when I was in my 20s, I would repeatedly gain and lose the same 20 or 30 pounds. And I felt great when I lost it, and I got all my clothes altered and I wanted to do everything. And then I felt terrible when I gained it. I'm not here to tell anybody they should be a size 2 or that, they should be just like I am, but this is how I personally came to a point where I was really happy and I didn't have to deal with yo-yo dieting. I can honestly say that I never diet anymore, and I feel like all I did in my 20s was to diet. So the secret to how I actually stopped yo-yo dieting is so simple, and when I tell you, I feel like it's something that you might never realize if I don't take the time to open up and just share how I did it. So basically what would happen is in my 20s, I would, lose 20 or 30 pounds, and then I felt so good. And I kind of forgot about all the work that went into it. And so I would be eating really healthfully or perhaps not eating enough. Sometimes that happened too, and that was not a good thing. But anyway, I got quite thin and I felt really good. Then one day I would get invited to a friend's birthday party, or I would go out to dinner, something like that. And I would have, 3 pieces of cake or a really, really big, half of a pizza with my friends or something like that. And here's what happened. It wasn't that one meal that derailed me. It wasn't the 5 pieces of pizza. It wasn't the 3 pieces of cake. And yes, I can really eat a lot of food. So I would eat a lot during these times, but it really wasn't that one meal that derailed me. It wasn't that one meal that made me yo-yo diet. It was actually the feeling that I got from having that one meal where I felt like I had failed and everything was black and white, and I just had to stick to this diet, stick to this way of eating. And as soon as I stopped doing it, I might as well just be really, really bad. And I might as well go and, pick up chocolate for every single meal of the day and eat chips, and why even be concerned with what I'm eating because I had already ruined everything. So I know this seems like the most basic thing, but I also know that there are so many people that struggle with their eating, and there are so many people that beat themselves up for having a slip up. And I finally came to realize that the damage wasn't done with that one meal. That was fine. Everybody should be able to have a treat. Everybody should be able to have something that they enjoy. And you're not doing anything wrong, and you really have to just let it go and say, okay, I had one meal where I ate something I wasn't, maybe it wasn't on my plan, or maybe like I really overate and I don't feel well from it and I don't like that. That's fine. But here's the difference. It's the 5 to 10 days, or perhaps the 5 weeks, it depends on how long it goes, after the slip up that determine what happens. So it could just become a treat, and then the next day you go back to your healthy way of eating, you get back on track, you have your water, maybe you have some extra servings of vegetables. My general rule is just to have protein at every single meal, a green vegetable, and I don't keep things that are ultra delicious in my home. So I don't have a bag of cookies, and I don't have chocolate and things like that. I know that that's really hard for those of you that have children because there are a lot of snacks. I think there's different things that you can do. When I was in the middle of my competing for bikini competitions, I like to have chocolate around. So this might sound neurotic to some of you, but I just know myself, and if I have a big old bar of chocolate, I don't have half of it now and half of it later. I have the whole thing, I eat it until it's gone. So what I would do is I actually had a thing called a food safe, and a food safe it's pretty funny, but it's a little like clear container with a little lock on it, and you set it for the amount of time. So usually I would take out whatever treat I was going to have that day in the morning, and then I would lock it up until the next day, and then same thing, I would take out my treat in the morning, and I always locked up my food safe before I tasted the chocolate, before I had whatever the treat was. Maybe this sounds like too much for some of you, but I feel like, I mean, at least for me, sweets and things like that, especially sweets, not so much fries and savory things, are really hard to stop eating. So I just planned on it. I planned on the fact that I would have a hard time stopping, and I put it away and I locked it away so there was no way I could get it. So anyway, the basic thing is it's the time after your slip up that makes you yo-yo diet, that makes you gain the weight. So if you go to a friend's birthday, if you eat more than you intended, just let it go and let go of feeling bad, and just know that it's not a diet. It's not a 7-day fast or one of those weird things. You actually just want to feed your body, take care of it, and be gentle with yourself. So don't beat yourself up more than you would beat someone else up over what they would eat. Be kind to your body, but also just get back on track. And I think that this is actually true for just about anything in life. It is not the one thing that you did, it's the guilt and the resentment and all those weird feelings that come with it. So just try to get back to a good place the next day. I have done this for years and years, and honestly, I've never ever had to diet again. If I notice that my jeans are getting a little tight on me or something like that, I don't beat myself up. I probably just get a few extra steps in, or maybe I don't have as big of a treat that week or something like that. But I've stopped beating myself up, and I've stopped searching for perfection. I'm never ever going to look like one of the girls in the magazine. In fact, I'll never look like that. I'm 44 now. I look the way that I look, and that is what I have, and I'm appreciative for it. So anyway, I hope this isn't too deep or too much on the fitness thing. I know that some people are not interested in fitness at all, but these are the things that have made a really big difference in my life. And I think just knowing who you are, understanding how you feel, and anticipating it before the moment happens is really important. So just think about those situations that trip you up and plan ahead like we do for everything else in life. I don't think that staying in shape happens super easily for almost anyone that's over 18. So I really hope that this helped you. I enjoyed sharing it, and it's made a huge difference for me because I feel like I wasted a lot of time with my yo-yo dieting, and it just didn't make me feel good about myself. And now I have a much healthier relationship with food. I still can't stop eating chocolate, but that's life. I'm just Megan. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. If you didn't like it, give it the thumbs down. If you did like it, give it the thumbs up. And please be sure to follow me. I really enjoy making these videos, and I would love to hear about anything else that you would like a video made on. Thank you so much, and stay healthy and stay beautiful, guys. It changed my life. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is how... Lola, stop it. You're very annoying. Yes, you are. You are very annoying.